Hello everyone, I'm Meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 9 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now we've got news out of Raleigh where North Carolina has been selected to join a nationwide reentry initiative. Alongside 3 other states, the Department of Adult Corrections says it will receive up to $2.1 million in funding over the next 4 years. Now, the nationwide initiative focuses on expanding education, reforming corrections, career options, and breaking barriers that limit opportunities for millions of previously incarcerated Americans. Jobs for the Future says it selected North Carolina based on the state's commitment to increasing support for people with past criminal records. Now, Governor Josh Stein said, quote, "This investment from JFF will help North Carolina open doors to good jobs, strengthen our workforce, and prevent crime. People returning home will have a real opportunity for a second chance, and that benefits us all by making our community safer and stronger," end quote. Now, anyone who has been formerly incarcerated can apply to join the 5-person advisory board to help the initiative. Applications are open through January 25th. And now we want to turn to the latest from Iran as protest fatalities continue to climb. NBC's Keir Simmons has more.
This morning, Iran announcing it will not execute a protester whose family feared he was hours from death. 26-year-old Afan Sultani doesn't face the death penalty, but remains behind bars, Iran's judiciary says. It was enough for President Trump to hit pause on a threatened military intervention. Iranian airspace, which had been shut down fearing an attack, has reopened for now.
They told me that there'll be no executions, and so I hope that's true.
Does this mean military action is now off the table against Iran?
Well, we're going to watch and see what the process is.
But protesters have faced direct gunfire from Iranian forces, human rights groups say. One US-based advocacy group estimating at least 2,500 people are dead, including around 150 security personnel. Amnesty International describing unlawful killings on an unprecedented scale. US troops were evacuated from a major base in Qatar after Iran threatened to target them. Iranian state media even broadcasting an image of Trump from his 2024 attempted assassination with a pro-government protesters' message. This time, it will not miss the target. But Iran's foreign minister appealing to the American president after attending funerals for Iranian security forces, accusing outsiders of fomenting the violence.
President Trump has said that if there are killings, he would intervene. And they wanted to drag him into this conflict.
But President Trump had promised Iran's protesters help is on the way. How will protesters be responding to President Trump this morning?
Naturally, protesters will be disappointed, and that'll be the understatement of the century, given that so many protesters have died.
And again, that was Keir Simmons reporting. We now want to turn to your weather forecast. It's looking like we have got an opportunity for snow on the way coming in on Sunday. Not today, though. Not today. We do have some snow up to our north, but none of that snow is going to reach us. Now, what we will see is some of the cold air that is turning that precipitation into snow. As far as what we've got again later on this weekend, another cold front's going to be dipping in, but this front that we're seeing right now is really going to do a pretty good job of keeping cold air present in eastern North Carolina. Do want to say good morning to Esmeralda from Chinquapin. Hopefully you're having a fantastic start to your Thursday. Let's zoom the picture in a little bit closer, and we can see again that right now eastern North Carolina is nice and dry, but the cloud cover remains for now. We knew this morning it would be cloudy out, but as we make our way through the day, those clouds will depart, leaving us with sunnier skies and a cooler forecast coming up later on this afternoon. 41 right now with a northwesterly wind at 14 miles an hour. Feels like 33 degrees in Washington. The rest of eastern North Carolina currently sitting right around the upper 30s to mid 40s. A little bit warmer as you get closer to the water. We've got 48 degrees right now in Hatteras, 46 in Oriental along with Beaufort, but closer to I-95, it's the mid to upper 30s. 34 degrees in Roanoke Rapids, 37 in Rocky Mount, 38 in Goldsboro, 35 in Ahoskie, a little bit further off to the east, but still, again, chilly outside this morning. Winds out of the northwest today will bring that cold air in, and for those of you who are hoping for maybe a little bit of some snowflakes, this is encouraging. The colder we get and the colder we stay, the better the chances are of ground temperatures potentially being down below freezing by the time we get to Sunday. Sunday's going to be an interesting one. We'll go through it coming up in detail coming up in just a few moments, but do want to give you a look at this afternoon's planner. Again, air temperatures not really going to get too much warmer than where we're at right now. As we see that northwesterly wind blow in, it's going to keep air temperatures from really warming up. And then as we head into the evening, well, we've got air temperatures that are going to fall fairly quickly due to the winds and the clear skies. 31 degrees by 7 drops down well below freezing by the time we get to midnight. Tomorrow morning starting out at 19 degrees, 21 by 8. We'll finally get above freezing as we head towards 10 a.m. But we're really not looking at another warm day. It's mid to upper 40s. Normal this time of year is about 10 degrees warmer than what we're expecting to see tomorrow afternoon. Now the southwesterly winds, yeah, they're going to help warm us up a little bit from today into tomorrow, and even more so from Friday into Saturday. But the focus right now, again, is on Sunday. Over the next few days, and not really looking at any sort of real significant cloud cover or any sort of raindrops, at least until we get into Sunday. Saturday, some rain along the coast will be present, but cloud cover will gradually increase across the east as we head through Saturday. But it's this upcoming system that's going to be driving itself down out of Canada. There you can see the cold front sweeping its way across Nebraska, Missouri, Kansas, even Illinois. That frontal boundary is the key to, again, unlocking the cold air. Now, behind that, there's going to be an area of low pressure that forms just off the coast of South Carolina and Georgia. That low pressure system will be the moisture source that, as that cold front rolls through, on Saturday, that extra low pressure system is going to be giving us that moisture opportunity to see some potential snowflakes. Again, we're not looking at a slam dunk, but right now it's looking like we will at least see a few of the flakes come down. Unfortunately, it does look like our graphics are off by a day, but overall, again, keep your eyes on Sunday. It is the day to watch. Well, that's all we have time for today's 9 a.m. News and Weather Update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, have a fantastic Thursday.
This hour of the WITN First Alert Desk is sponsored by ENC Pirate Realty.